Bill Zeltman, America's real estate guru, talking about habits of highly successful realtors. Today, tip number 24 is an easy one. Explain, explain, explain. I want you to explain everything to every person that you work with, okay? I want you to over-explain everything to your clients. What ends up happening, and real estate is one of the worst things that this happens in, is if you've been working in real estate a while, what ends up happening is you go through a closing, things become routine, okay? It's routine that you have a listing and that an offer comes in and that your client accepts the offer. And then the client goes through the inspection period and they come back and maybe they want to make a counter offer or have repairs. I'm going to cut it right there because you guys, I'm not here to explain how the transaction process works, but I'm here to help you guys. Why is explaining so important? So you have somebody that lists a house for $400,000. They say, I'll go down to $395,000, but I really can't go a penny below that. And you say, okay. Now the person comes through and they get that number, and now they're at that $395,000 number that they said they can't go below. Nobody ever explained to them that, hey, you know what? What if your air conditioning doesn't work? Or what if your roof needs a repair or whatever else? That person can go and actually negotiate again. They weren't aware. Why? Because most realtors out there don't explain everything and they don't explain the process. Okay? If you explain the process ahead of time and said to them, well, just so if you take this $395,000, they can still, in a week or so when they have their home inspection, come back and may ask for some a credit, or they may ask for you to repair something. Well, now your client is educated and they can say, well, then I'm not going to accept the $395,000, or I'm going to accept the $395,000 but tell them that they have to waive the right to be able to ask for any repairs. They can have repairs, and if they want to cancel, fine, but or however you want to word it. The point is that most people get blindsided because their realtors don't educate them ahead of time and explain things to them ahead of time the way they should. So explain, 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 explain every part of a transaction, explain every part of your process. If you're listing a house, explain every part of your marketing and how you're going to communicate with them so that they know and they understand what the plan is to get them going. These are habits of highly successful realtors. Highly successful realtors, why is this a habit of a highly successful realtor? Because the client that has had everything explained to them, when they're done, writes great reviews of their client, of their agent. The one that walked through and they were dazed and confused because their agent didn't explain anything, and you think they're going to write you a great recommendation, guess what? They're not. And that's the difference, and that's why you need to explain ahead. Join us next time as we go through number 25 of our habits of highly successful realtors.